I think it's live now? Maybe? Perhaps? I don't know. Oh, I guess I'll have to wait and see what happens on the box here. The delay that is involved with these drives me kind of insane. Okay. Let me refresh that. Jaw just popped. I think it's live now? Maybe? Perhaps? I don't know. Oh, I guess I'll have to wait and see what happens on the... Okay, I think I'm live now. I have to mute that and lower the quality so it doesn't drive me insane. Hey everybody, it's been a little while since I've done one of these live streams, obviously, so I apologize for any awkwardness. It's just hard to get used to that delay, but I do have the chat open, so I should be able to see what you all are saying. So welcome to the 1,000 subscriber giveaway information video. Couldn't come up with a more clever title. That was still as descriptive. Anyway, okay. Yeah, try and refresh if the video isn't showing. I don't know if that's YouTube or maybe something on my side. Yes, I am live. Sup? Hey, Super Moxie. Super Moxie, Super Moxie. And Tom, hello. How you all doing today? David Smith, hey, how's it going? And... Time of the Doctor. Yeah, Time of the Doctor was my last live stream. And the quality of that was questionable at best, but, you know, it was still a fun time. So, and people seem to like it for the most part. It only has 10 thumbs downs, which, I don't know, I guess that's pretty good. I think that was like less than 10% of the ups versus downs, so I'll take that. Hello, DWADDLJ. Or Dwaddlj. Once again, everyone, thank you very much for joining me on this live stream. Basically, what I wanted to talk about here was, there's Midna. That's not what I wanted to talk about, but there she is. Is basically to give you all some information as to the giveaway I'm going to be doing in celebration of this channel hitting 1,000 subscribers, or at this point, over 1,000 subscribers. And some of you might have not been around when I hit 500, because I did a giveaway back then as well, and this one is going to be very similar to that one, but I guess a little bit bigger because I'm going to try and give away more than I did last time. So if you've refreshed and you look down in the description for the live stream or the video here, it'll show some rules as to the art giveaway. 4 different artists that are available. There are 4 of my favorite artists, online and in real life, to be completely honest. And then below that, you will find information for a Jerky giveaway. And unfortunately, the Jerky giveaway is more restricted than the art giveaway because, well, you know, jerky, it's meat, and it's food produced here in the U.S. And apparently, from what I got from the JerkyXP people, they can only deliver to certain countries other than the U.S. Because of, you know, like international food laws and all that. So it's restricted to anyone in the U.S., Canada, and Australia. I don't know why Australia, but there you go. So yeah, all the information is down there, and I just wanted to you know, answer any questions you might have. If anything isn't clear in the rules for the giveaway, and also just if I can get it to show properly some of my favorite art regarding the different artists that are in the group here. Well, actually, for any of you that are interested in the Jerky giveaway, I'll start out with that. I have 2 personal favorites as far as the flavors go. And actually, you might know what that is if you've seen the brain. If you've seen the episode of Snackin' that I put up, where my wife and I actually reviewed the different flavors. And the first one is, excuse me, the first one is honey barbecue, which is absolutely delicious. I would say it's probably my favorite flavor so far. And then the other is simply called spicy. It's the next to hottest jerky that they have on the website, and it's just really good. If you like a bit of spice, you know, a good burn with good flavor, I definitely recommend that one. Their hottest flavor is good as well, but I prefer the spicy. So yeah, those are my favorites personally, but you know, if you're interested, again, if you're interested in entering that giveaway, take a look at the website. I definitely recommend following JerkyXP and Jack the CEO on Twitter, if you have a Twitter account. But yeah, like I said, just follow the rules down there and you'll have that. Let's take a look at some of the comments here, see what I've missed. I won't be live streaming Darkwater Death in Heaven. I'll actually be watching that on Sunday with my wife. So Jill is going to be joining me for the live, or not the live reaction, but the reaction video for the finale of the series. So yeah, that should be pretty fun. And I'm interested to see what she thinks of the episodes too, and I'm interested to see what I think of it. And just so you know, because it's going to be 2 episodes long and therefore a rather long reaction video, it's going to depend. I don't know yet whether or not it's going to be 1 video or might split it into 2. I'll wait until, you know, it's actually recorded to figure that out. But if I do end up splitting it into 2 videos, the second one will go up the day after the first video. Just because it'll be so long, it'll require extra processing time, I'll need to allow that filter, but they will be very close together within a day of each other. So I hope that's acceptable. Again, back to the comments. Yeah, I'm sorry. Had I known that they couldn't deliver to other countries like that, you know, I still would have done JerkyXP because it's really, really good. Honestly, it's my favorite jerky I've ever had. But, yeah, it's simpler to keep it restricted for now. But there will be other giveaways in the future involving things that can be sent overseas. So I can promise that. Just unfortunately, the jerky won't be able to do that. I'm very sorry. Curse you, Britain! TARDIS in my garden. TARDIS in my garden. What are you... I don't know what you're talking about, James. Never tried jerky before. Jerky is really good. It's basically dehydrated meat, most often beef. And it often comes in a variety of flavors. And depending on the brand you get, it can be really good or really tough and hard to chew. Like, I know I've had some brands of jerky that the only way you could enjoy it is if you're a big fan of well-done steak, because it's so tough to chew on. So, but yeah, JerkyXP is just, it's really, really good. Very, I won't use the word moist because people don't like that word. Very... tender. That's the right word. Yeah, it's very tender and just absolutely delicious. So again, if you can enter the contest, I very much recommend it. No jerky, no jelly babies. I'm sorry. I do want to try jelly babies sometime though. Those sound absolutely amazing. It is a unique giveaway for sure. Can we get the cat as the free gift? No, Midna stays with me. Don't you, sweetie? Yeah. She's apparently caught... she must have seen a squirrel or something. Oh, she spotted the Cybermen marching up my drive. Probably. Looking forward to the reaction. Yeah, I hope you are looking forward to the reaction. I'm looking forward to posting it. Jerky caring for the vault dweller. Oh, caring for your vault dwellers. That's cool. Just so you know, I think it's part of the new YouTube interface that there's actually a DVR function, so you might be able to go back a little bit. You wouldn't be watching live, but you know, you'd be able to go back and watch what you missed if you want to. Senpai can notice me. Hi, Nathan. So you're not sending Jerky to the home of Doctor Who? I know. It feels like a crime to not be able to, but I can't help there. I'm sorry. It's part of their rules, and if I bought the Jerky and I tried to send it to you all, I might run into some issues as well, just because of international food laws and all that. It's really annoying. Really obsessed with watching Discovering Doctor Who. I think you're actually communicate with your viewers. Thank you. Be careful of obsessions; they can be dangerous. But thank you very much for the kind words. I do my best to communicate with you all. There's sometimes where I can't because I'm busy in my personal life or busy in busy with work. But I do my best to communicate with everyone as much as I can. So if I don't reply to your comments, I promise I do try to at least read through them as much as possible. Cat giveaway or riot. I can't give her away. Jill would kill me. That and Midna would probably be very sad because she's kind of a daddy's girl when she's not distracted by squirrels outside. Alright, we will send you jelly babies. That would be awesome. One thing that I had planned a while back when I started doing Snackin' originally was to actually open a P.O. box, but then we moved, so I decided not to do that. But I don't know if people would want to try sending me stuff to maybe try on Snackin' or other things like that. I would definitely, I'll definitely look into getting a P.O. box. So yeah, there you go. Midna the Galaxy Defender, yes! Alright, now, just to give you all some information on the different artists that you can win in the art giveaway. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that I recommend you only enter for the artists that you want to win something from, that you would potentially want to win something from, because there will be a drawing or however I decide to do it for each individual artist. So each artist will have someone that wins something. I'll make sure that, if you've won from one artist, you can't win from another, so it stays fair for everyone. But yeah, only enter for the artists that you want to win something from. But I personally highly recommend all of them. You'll find links in the description down below for some of the pieces of art that you can find for each of these. Some of the stuff up there might be commissioned, so it's not something readily available. But if you have any questions as to what they would have available, please do feel free to ask me, and I will let you know. Let's see, I'll start out with one of my friends, Jenny M. Stead, and she's actually the one that designed the logo for the YouTube page and, well, the logo for PapaKennMedia in general. She's an old high school friend of mine. She has been awesome. And unfortunately, she is she's making some changes with how she does art. She's still going to be doing commissions and stuff, so I'll likely still be doing business with her in the future. But she's leaving the con scene, con and expo scene, so she's not making new prints for art that she's already done, to the best of my knowledge. But she does have a supply or a stock of prints that she has available. So she's going to be letting me know which ones are available to be won potentially. And there's quite a few Doctor Who related ones, which you can find on her DeviantArt and on her Tumblr as well. And I also included a link to her webcomic that she did a while back called Ninja'd, which, if you like webcomics, you might enjoy that. It's something that she worked on for a very long time. But yeah, oh, and actually, I think I brought down some of the images that you might enjoy from her. There was one that's on my wall, but I couldn't get it down without kind of pulling stuff down, but you might be able to see it. I think the brightness is too much, but basically, right, come on, there we go. I have no sense of direction. That right there is an image of David Tennant that she did, and she also has one One that I think was really popular in the last giveaway was an image that she did, which is Matt Smith, like an adorable little chibi, whatever it is, Matt Smith holding Canine and like getting licked on his face. Or no, wait. That was I apologize. That was David Tennant with Canine, and like Canine was licking his face or whatever. Absolutely adorable. And then there's one with Matt Smith, where he's hugging a little TARDIS. Absolutely adorable ones. I can't remember which ones she has in stock, but those are two examples of things you could potentially win, and I'll let you know whether or not she has those in the future. And also, she has some of these little individual card prints that you could possibly get, and she'll be letting me know what of those she has. And this one was one of my favorites that I got from her, which is a little or Phoenix from the X-Men done in her style, which I absolutely love. And I have a Darkwing Duck as well, but I can't find it. I don't know where it is. But yeah, it's really love her art. Be sure to go check it out. And yeah, be sure to include her if you want some of her art. Now, go back to the comments real quick before I continue. Don't watch Torchwood Series 4. Just so you know, I will be doing Torchwood sometime down the line. Now, and one of the rules that I have with discovering Doctor Who, or one of my discovering shows in general, and it goes along with shows that I watch in my personal time, and it's that shows have 6 episodes to grab my attention, to get me wanting to watch more. I call it like the 6-episode slump, essentially. So when it comes to shows like Torchwood, as long as I get into it within like the first 6 episodes, and from everything I've heard, pretty much all of the Doctor Who shows, Doctor Who related shows should be able to do that for me, I'm going to continue watching. Or I may just make it consistent where I watch all the stuff for Doctor Who in general. When it comes to other shows, like say, if I do a Discovering Gotham, I think that was the name of the show that came on Fox recently. Yeah, if I'm not invested in the show, or if I'm not caring for it after 6 episodes, I may drop that series altogether. It's not the ideal situation, especially if there are people that really do like that show, but, it reaches a point where, if I just don't like a show, it's going to feel like a drudgery to have to continue watching it, especially when I don't really want to be watching it, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, that's how I'll be doing it. But with Torchwood, I will likely be watching all of the seasons eventually, whether or not they're bad, just because I know that when it comes to Doctor Who-related stuff, there's usually just a lot of quality shows, especially, even if not all the episodes or not all the seasons are that great. Back to the comments real quick. Oh, and yes, Sarah Jane Adventures will be watched as well. Staring at the screen otherwise. Hi, Ishikawa Goemon. Yeah, I heard Children of Earth was amazing. I'm really looking forward to that one. It'll take a while to get to it, obviously, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Okay, so moving on from here, I'm going to talk about one of the other artists, and that is Amber Kelso of Cute Loot. And she has quite a few Doctor Who related pieces in there. It's not the majority of her work, but she definitely has some that a lot of people may enjoy. One of which is it's like a Valentine's picture with Tennant and Rose, which, again, I think a lot of people would like that. It's really nice, especially if you have a sweetheart that not only loves Doctor Who, but loves Tennant and Rose. Dr. Tennant and Rose, that's the way I like to say it. But also down in the description, some of the links you'll find, if you look at her Society 6 link, that will actually take you to a storefront, and this will show some of the different prints you can get from her, including Doctor Who and otherwise. You can find them in different formats. Ideally, we'll stick to only art prints for the contest, but even if you don't win, or if you see other things you would like to get, like according to this, like throw pillows or tote bags, anything like that with her art on it, you'll be able to go to this website and order from her. And I definitely recommend it. Like her, I've purchased several pieces of her art, and I really enjoy it overall. In fact, well, I guess you would say two of my favorite pieces that I got from her are, I got this upside down, are actually birthstone related. And I got one for me and one for my wife, Jill. I think I went too far. You've gone too far! Here we go. And I apologize if the glare keeps you from seeing them very well, but my wife was born in January, and I was born in July. Come on. There we go. So you have like fairy gemstone related images, and she has one for each month, which I just find really cool, and they're really pretty. It's just like her style is so cute and enjoyable. So yeah, again, just like with the rest of them, I highly recommend taking a look at her stuff and, you know, putting in an entry for some of her information. I really do think you all will enjoy it. And here we go. Okay, back to the comments real quick. Miracle Day was just bad. I assume you were talking about Torchwood, because I'm pretty sure I've heard that name before. Made you not like Captain Jack? Okay, I'll try not to read too much because I want to avoid spoilers if you're talking about anything spoilery, but it seems like people are being pretty, you know, being pretty nice about not doing spoilers. So thank you for that. From the U.S. to Wales. Oh, you're talking about someone else. Okay. All right, so moving on from there, the next artist I want to talk about is honestly probably just one of my absolute favorite online artists, Amanda Flagg. She is, she does the majority of her work that I've seen online is mostly t-shirt related. I'm actually wearing one of her t-shirts right now, and it's a crossover of Star Fox and I'm forgetting the name of it. Not Animal Planet. That's TV. That's a TV network. Animal Crossing. Yes. So it's a mix of Star Fox and Animal Crossing, and just a lot of her stuff is like that. Really fun and enjoyable. Actually, if you look back here on my wall behind my little figurines, each of those pictures is a piece by Amanda. This one right here is a Metroid related one. With Samus holding a little baby Metroid from Super Metroid. These are two custom ones that I had her do for me, and it's Midna in imp form and then Midna in true form. Excellently done. And then this one I don't get the full context for yet because it has to do with an anime show I haven't watched yet, but I do plan on doing and possibly doing some reviews for it. Not a show, a movie. But yeah, the Sasuwatari Confectionery or something like that. But yeah, I don't get the full context for that just yet, but I will soon. I will very soon when I start doing the reviews for those. But yeah, take a look at all the links down here in her Nito shop. If you look at her stuff in the Yeti, obviously unless it's available in one of her other shops, those are only available as t-shirts. But if you want a t-shirt, that's open too. So yeah, when it comes to Amanda Flagg stuff, if you want a t-shirt from the Yeti and possibly Nito shop as well, yeah, just let me know and you'll be able to do that, because again, since that's primarily what she does, is mostly t-shirt art and stuff I just really enjoy, and it covers a wide variety of areas. Some of it's anime, some of it, I believe, some of it hits on shows like Adventure Time and possibly even Steven Universe, which will be coming up as a Discovering series, and well, video games primarily, and just a wide assortment of stuff. So yeah, I definitely, again, recommend checking out her stuff. And well, actually, even on the Yeti, if you take a look at that page, I believe she has some stickers that are available as well. Yes, she has some stickers and some buttons as well. So, those are some potential little things you could look forward to winning if you'd like. And yeah, so once again, be sure to go check that out. And if you want to, go and say hi to these people on Twitter or Tumblr, wherever you'd like, and let them know what you think of their art. Let them know that you think their stuff is great, or at least that I think that their stuff is absolutely amazing, because I really do. Otherwise, I wouldn't be holding them up for some of their art for giveaways. I just really, really do enjoy their stuff. Okay, and daggone it, every time I click that, it messes up on me. Alright, take a look. One last quick look at the comments here. No, James, you say something nice. Insert dramatic music here. Finally bought the Series 8 Blu-ray yesterday. I wonder if I catch up before you post your reaction of the finale. But possibly. I really wish I had the DVDs of the show, but at the time that I actually ordered the Series 8 episodes on Amazon, the DVDs weren't available. They were out of stock, and they weren't up on Netflix at that time. So yeah, I bought the entire series, and then like 2 weeks later, maybe 3 weeks later, it was available on Netflix. And then, it became in stock on DVD. So, live and learn. Whatever. I should have just gone episode by episode, so I didn't spend a whole lot of money. But, there you go. Let's see. Can't see anything like links. That came out twice. If you look down in the description, if you need to, you can refresh the stream, and it should show up down in the description. So, hopefully that will help out. Otherwise, the links will be available down there after the stream is over, and it reposts without your all's comments. I really wish YouTube wouldn't do that. I wish it would hold on to the comments that occurred during the live stream, but oh well, I guess they have restrictions in that. It should be in the description box. Good Discovering Doctor Who episodes. Okay, Stephanie, if it's not appearing in the description, you might need to click Show More, because the description is rather long, and it usually doesn't display the entire description when you first open it. So try that. Oh, James. James, say something nice. I still don't get the context, but I will soon, hopefully. I do find that strange that in the UK they hold off, like Netflix is behind on Doctor Who, like behind the US. That makes no sense to me. Like maybe it has to do with their copyright laws or a deal that BBC worked out with Netflix UK. I don't know, but I just find that so strange that your all's Netflix is behind ours when it's a BBC show. Yeah, I just don't get that. Have you seen the finale episodes, though? Mr. MCIJ123, I have not yet seen the finale episodes. My wife and I are going to be recording our reactions to that on Sunday. So, yeah, hopefully, if if everything works out, that means I might be able to get the reaction out on Monday. But if I run into any issues or if there's slowdown, it'll be out no later than Tuesday. And then if I have to split it in half, the next one on Wednesday. So, yeah, there you go. Probably have them when they next renew their license with the BBC. True. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. I like this t-shirt, too. And honestly, the vast majority of the t-shirts that I have like this are from Amanda Flagg. I have a few others that are, from a few different artists. But for the most part, I would say this is at least 75% of my casual wear t-shirts that I own anymore. That aren't workout shirts anyway. But yes. Like Tom said, no spoilers. No spoilers, please. Leave out the spoilers. Unless it's on your car. And you give me your car. Then you can have that. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, but anyway, moving on, it's time to talk about the last artist here, and this is one that I honestly do think, because of what he has available, might be the most interesting to a lot of you, and that is Christopher Jones. Now, Christopher Jones is an artist that has worked in a lot of DC related comics, and I believe I want to say he might have done the art for what's the show that DC had? It was a cartoon show, Young Justice, I believe he did. I know he worked with it in some manner, but he's a pretty big name, and I've met him a few times at some conventions, including the Doctor Who convention that I attended earlier this year. But I'd like to direct your all's attention to the fourth link under his name, and that's his Etsy shop. Now, if you take a look at that, I apologize if the stream is freezing. That's really annoying. Come back. There we are. Okay, so if you take a look at some of those, it's not all Doctor Who related, but there are some really cool Doctor Who related images. Some of which I'll draw your attention to are the first Doctor, William Hartnell. I actually have that one back here. It's right behind Midna. Really cool print, especially if you're a fan of the classic series, or if you're like me and looking forward to getting into the classic series. What's another one? He has a print of the second Doctor. What was another one? Oh, this one I actually have. It's called, the title of it is Sonic Envy. And it's a great one of the 10th and 11th Doctors. And it's Tennant saying compensating for something. Kind of a callback to the Day of the Doctor special. So yeah, it's like that. This one is actually hanging on the outside of my office door normally, but I grabbed it just to show you all. So yeah, that's a really cool one to have. What's another? He has quite a few different ones. So if you're interested in those, again, I definitely recommend putting his name down in the contest. But do keep in mind that only one person will be able to win for each artist. So even if some of these might be your favorites, definitely keep the other artists in mind, because they have some great work that cover a wide variety of topics and areas. Oh, and this one will probably be a lot of catch a lot of people's eye, but it's the one with Batman on top of the TARDIS, and he's saying capes are cool, and it's called Batwolf. Bad Wolf, Batwolf, ha ha ha. But yeah, we'll go back to the comments section here, but like I said, it's definitely take a look at all the different pieces that those artists have to offer. I really do think that you all will enjoy what they have to offer, and because they have the Etsy page available, or Etsy or any of the other storefronts available, even if you don't win, you'll be able to order some of those. And I don't know, I might be able to talk to some of the artists and see if they have any discounts coming up at some point, or if that could work out. But yeah, I just, a lot of really good stuff there, and I highly recommend all of the art that's on display here, all of it. So yeah, I'll take a quick look at the comments again. Netflix. I have not seen Kingsman yet. That is a movie that I've heard a lot of good things about. Haven't watched it yet, but really want to. And it would be a very delayed review. I might do like not a reaction, but just like, first impressions of it, just to have a little fun. But yeah, I really wanted to see Kingsman. I've also really wanted to see Jurassic World, and I haven't seen it yet. What's wrong with me? Say something not so nice. Introduce a little anarchy. Carlos! Can watch Matt Smith's home video on YouTube. Okay. I don't know that I can't do it right now, because trying to stream video while doing a live stream really kills my computer, because my computer sucks. But yeah, I'll definitely check that out later. In fact, I will write it down on a note here so I can remember. Matt Smith's home video. Okay, noted. Thank you very much, James. Tissues, you will need tissues for the second half. I would explain why, but it would be a big spoiler. Okay. I will have tissues handy. So the giveaway is jerky, the cat, the picture, your shirt, and you're throwing in the headphones as well. I will jokingly say yes. But in reality, and possibly legally, I have to say no. But you do get to see how adorable she is. Baby Midna. Hi. You want to talk? You say hi to everyone? No, too enamored. But when I can get her to talk, it's this cute little squeak sound. So, yeah, it's very adorable. I'm sorry that it keeps pausing. It's probably my feed here, or maybe when I'm moving stuff around. I apologize. Again, my computer sucks. It's good, but it kind of sucks. I did watch Ant-Man. I did see that. I didn't do a review for it. I might do a quick little one at some point. It was enjoyable. It was, I wouldn't say it's my favorite Marvel movie, but it was enjoyable for sure. And it had some nice cameos, and I like how they worked it into the rest of the Marvel universe overall. Oh, and I really liked the end scene, or the end credits extra scene. That was really cool. I completely expected it, but I was so happy to see it. I won't ruin it for anyone that hasn't seen Ant-Man yet. Ant-Man was good. Yes, it was. Keeps pausing. Yeah, I'm sorry that it keeps pausing. See Jurassic World and Kingsman when we do your movie review on them. Since Jurassic World I'm more likely to, Kingsman, because it's already been out on DVD, the most I might do for that would be a like a first impressions thought, like, very short video. But yeah, I probably would do a video for it, just for fun, so you all can know my thoughts and so we can have discussion in the comments. Matt Smith recorded with James Corden. Cool. Have you seen the extras for the EPs you have seen yet? I know people send me extras for or links to some of the extras on certain episodes. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by extras, though, exactly. If you could clarify, I would definitely appreciate that. Oh, okay, good. I'm sorry, Azzy, that it keeps freezing on you. Blame it on YouTube and blame it on possibly my network. Yes, I am excited for Deadpool. I am very excited for that movie. And the thing is, I wouldn't say like I'm a huge diehard Deadpool fan, just because, I haven't really been following a lot of comics in recent years, but I do enjoy the character. I enjoy him a lot. And the comics that I do read, I really, really like. But I'm definitely looking forward to it, primarily because this movie has given Marvel, or, well, I guess technically it's Fox, but it's given them a way. They're going rated R with it, which I don't think they've done with really any other comic book related franchise, as far as like mainstream Marvel and stuff like that goes. So the fact that they're going rated R with it gives them a huge opportunity to have so much fun and just really go out there with it. And I hope they deliver. I really, really do hope they deliver. And I also hope that if it's really good, that a lot of people go see it. Because I don't want it falling under, if they get really creative with this, I don't want it falling under the same issue that the Scott Pilgrim movie fell into, where it's a really good movie, especially if you like video games and comics. Like, it's one of my favorite movies, but it did horribly because no one went to see it. And that drives me insane. It really does. It's one of the most well-done movies, in my opinion, that came out in a long time, but it didn't do well. So if this Deadpool movie comes out and people, and it's really good, people need to see it. They really do. Otherwise, companies are just going to be like, oh, well, we took a chance here and it flopped. So, yeah. Yeah, sorry about that little rant there. Go back on the comments a little bit here. I have seen Sherlock. I have seen all the episodes that have come out so far. If I have time, I might at some point do a rediscovering or revisiting Sherlock videos. I wouldn't do episode by episode. I might do it by season, just to kind of give my overall thoughts. But I definitely have enjoyed Sherlock. I haven't watched it in, it might be about a year now, but or maybe not quite that long. But I have seen it, and I really do enjoy it. Doctor Who extra behind-the-scenes stuff. I've seen a few behind-the-scenes stuff, but not all of it, to be completely honest. So what's the order of the Discovering series to follow Doctor Who? I'm sure the Doctor Who confidentials from the RTD era are online. I have seen some of those. I have seen some of the RTD confidentials. Man, this thing really skips around. Secret Wars in the comics. I've heard good things about Secret Wars. That's something that I definitely will need to check out if I get back into comics. I got them all if Kenn wants to see them. Maybe. We'll see. Right now I don't really have time to do that much extra. A book just fell on your head. I can only blame my shelf. Don't let your shelf treat you that way. You need to tell your shelf who's boss. Tell it to not throw books at you. If it does throw the book at you, then, just say no. No, I had something much funnier in my head, but I lost it mid-sentence. So, sorry about that. Ow. Hope the same for Deadpool. Nephew wants to watch it but won't be able to. Oh, because he's so young? Yeah, that is one thing that kind of hurts it, and why a lot of these movies go with PG-13, because there's going to be a lot of restrictions for viewing a rated R movie. But hopefully that means that, I don't know, but yeah, it's got, that works against it, but I think it should be good enough, hopefully, that the adult audience should be able to go see it and enjoy it. Same situation, never heard of the character. Yeah, I heard of the character before. I just haven't read a lot of his stuff. I have read some, and it's funny and it's enjoyable. I love how it breaks the fourth wall, and they can have so much fun with that in a movie. I really hope they do that. I really hope they have fun with breaking the fourth wall. Good read, but a hard bump on the head. You have class. Hey V, how's it going, man? Sorry I missed the conversation about Torchwood. Just watched Series 1, 2, and Children of Earth. Miracle Day. Just to let you know, Tom, in case anyone else missed it, I will be... unless a certain season just completely loses me, I absolutely hate it, I will most likely be touching on all of the Doctor Who related stuff, because, that's really what helped this channel grow so much, was when I started doing Doctor Who. So there's a good chance that, again, unless it's just really, really bad and I can't stand it, that I'll be touching on all of the Doctor Who related material that I can. And that would be, all of Torchwood, all of Sarah Jane Adventures, all of the classic series, or as much of the classic series as I can. And, possibly even getting to stuff like comic books and, video games at some point, or more video games at some point, hopefully. But yeah, so that's going to be it with the, Torchwood and stuff like that. Still watches the bad episodes of Doctor Who. Yep. Ryan Reynolds definitely can be pretty funny. Unfortunately, the Green Lantern movie was not so good. But yeah, he can definitely be funny. I really enjoy most of his movies that I've seen him in. Now, given I haven't watched all of his movies, possibly not even the majority of his movies, but the ones I've seen, I've really enjoyed him in, and he's very charismatic and very funny overall. So yeah, my coffee has gotten cold. I'm a fan of Marvel, can you tell? Peter Capaldi is in Torchwood and Martha Jones. I have heard that. I've heard that Capaldi makes an appearance, and that Martha Jones is actually a, not a series regular, but like a special guest in certain episodes of the series, which is really cool. Miracle Day doesn't have Clara. Alright, this is my stream. I'll have no dissing of Clara in this stream. You'll understand. If you diss Clara, I'll continue talking like this. And everyone knows I cannot do accents. I cannot do accents very well. But I will do them, and I will hurt your ears if you continue to diss Clara in this stream. I'm such a dork. Oh, I am most definitely planning on getting the Doctor Who Lego set, or at least one of them, when it comes out. I love Legos. I haven't purchased, like, the sets because one, I don't have that much room for them, but also it's just like, I don't know, I just haven't gotten back into Legos that much, but there are definitely some sets that I would love to have. And the Doctor Who one is definitely one of them. What's wrong, James? You don't like it when I talk like this? Donkey! Oh. It's kind... I don't even know, like, I can't do a specific accent. I do one, and it kind of sounds like a mix of a bunch of them, but all of them done badly. The Miiverse accepts. I'm so sorry that the Miiverse accepts. I haven't done those yet. It's been like, I don't know what was up with my 3DS for a while, but again, I couldn't find it for the longest time, and then when I did, I had to reset it. So if I got any invites from you all, I really do apologize if I haven't accepted it yet. Please send me another one if you can, or if I can still find them, I will definitely accept them. And I'm going to go back through the comments and find the for the 3DS the friend numbers that I missed and re-add those. So again, I really do apologize. It was just really weird there for a while with me not being able to find my 3DS. So I apologize for that. Clara's gonna die. Calling it. She might. That would be... I personally think that would be sad. Obviously, not everyone thinks that. But I'm interested to see how she goes out and when she goes out. I'm curious whether or not it'll be like... whether she'll be lasting through half the season like Amy and Rory did, or if they might take her out sooner. I'm legitimately curious how that's going to go. Yes, I do mean 111. It's certainly possible that she might go out in the first episode. I don't know. But I guess we'll all get to find out at relatively the same time. Miiverse deletes the requests after a month. I'm so sorry, James. I really am. I will... If anyone has still, if the requests are still out there, I will accept them. If it's been over a month, I'm sure it has. If you can, please do resend your request. I will make sure I go on to my Wii U and accept your requests. And again, I'm going to search back through my comments here on YouTube to find anyone's friend codes that they shared. Excuse me, gross. And, send in that request as well over the 3DS. I hate that I dropped the ball on that, and I definitely do apologize. Now, getting back to the main topic of this stream, which has gone widely off topic. Do any of you have questions for the giveaway, or regarding the giveaway overall? Please do let me know. And I will do my best to answer those questions. I will wait for the comments to appear. So interesting, Kenn react to In the Loop in the thick of it. I would love to watch that sometime, honestly. Just based on the animated GIFs that I've seen, I honestly think that In the Loop, in the thick of it, would be hilarious. Just absolutely hilarious to see. She's predicted to leave at the Christmas, so it says she is in season 9. That's interesting. Yeah, it's not really spoilers, it's just rumors. You don't know when someone's going to go out. I mean, I assume it's going to happen at some point this series. When it will happen and how it will happen, who knows? Discovering in the thick of it. That could be interesting. For sure. Do we get the cat? Final question. You do not get the cat. She is a daddy's girl. She's my girl. You don't get to have her. I'm sorry. Veep is similar to it. Oh, Veep! Yeah, I've heard about that show. I might need to check that out sometime. I probably won't do a discovering series of it, but there's a lot of shows that I'm never going to be able to watch if I wait until I have time to do a series for them, unless somehow this becomes a full-time job for me. So, yeah, Veep will probably be one of those that I check out just for fun. Think of it was genius. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? All right. So once again, any questions as to the giveaways, either on the side of the brain, on the side of the jerky giveaway and the art giveaway. Oh, and actually, well, yeah, just so you know, if you're in the live stream right now, don't leave like an entry for the contest just yet. You need to wait until this is re-uploaded and the comments will stay online, because it deletes all of those, and if you were to enter while the live stream is going on, I would completely lose your entry, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, and I will make a few reminder videos here or there for people to come back and leave their comments and leave their entries. So yeah, just so you know, I'll be doing that. And think of it as incredible. No cat, I asked for the cat. I'm so sorry, but she's mine. I love her way too much. You can't have her. And I love Bella too, even though she's probably upstairs being antisocial. Oh, one thing. I actually haven't done a lot of online play with Smash Brothers on the Wii U, but if it allows you to use custom characters, it probably doesn't, but if it does allow you to use custom characters in online battles, I've actually made little me characters for Midna, Charlie, my dog, and Bella, and they're all unique and just a lot of fun. And yeah, that could be really fun. But if they don't let you use the custom characters, maybe I'll try and show them over, images sometime. Who knows, indeed. I've just seen a hot dog bun made out of bacon. A hot dog bun made out of bacon? Well, at least it would be low carb. Might get a heart attack, but... What do you think is my favorite episode of Doctor Who so far? That's a tough one. I would have to say, currently, I'd probably have to say Day of the Doctor. That was just such a great episode. Even though, I mean, it's a special, but still, it's just... it hits all the right notes. And even though, Eccleston doesn't officially appear in the episode, we did get at least a little bit of him in the special, even if it was just archived footage. So yeah, that episode hit so many of the right notes. I just absolutely, absolutely loved it. And yeah, I'll have to make a top... I'm going to try and make like a top 5 episodes at some point if I can. Might not be completely accurate since it's been a while since I've seen some of the older episodes, but I will do my best to, come up with sort of a top 5 for an upcoming video. Do you want a post-package cost for the overseas? Because otherwise, I guess it may be expensive. When it comes to shipping overseas, I'm going to work that out with the artists as to how much that costs. I will cover the cost. This is a giveaway, so don't worry about that. So yes, when it comes to this giveaway, I'm going to be covering the postage, just so don't worry about that. If there are any issues or technicalities, we'll work that out. But yes, that's something that I will discuss with the artists themselves. I see you play Doctor Who online also. I have played a few games. I'm going to be doing more in the upcoming future, but it's just kind of balancing out time with other things right now. But yes, I do enjoy playing the Doctor Who games. Let's see. The perfect amount of info about the giveaway verbally and in the detailed description. Thank you, Tom. The rest of the stream should be a Q&A? All right, have at it. Yeah. So you all have any questions, feel free to shoot them my way. I'd say I can give it another 20 minutes to maybe half an hour. How does that sound? No, the Family of Blood two-parter is by far the best. That is really good. That is really good, admittedly. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it is really good. Series 1, Parting of the Ways, Girl in the Fireplace. Girl in the Fireplace is such a good one. Definitely. I really wish I could expand this comment line. Waters of Mars. That was such a good episode. Completely agree there, Monty. That was, so good. Serious question. When you're watching The Doctor, is there any differences in words or references that you don't understand due to it being a UK show? Can you give any examples? There are definitely times that there are things said that I don't completely grasp. It's like, I may laugh because I find it funny, or it sounds funny, but I don't, the joke itself kind of goes over my head. Like, what was it? It was one of the Matt Smith episodes when he's talking with Clara, and what is the opposite of bliss, was it? Well, basically it's like the joke that they use is like, what is the opposite of whatever, and Clara said blith, or no, wait, it wasn't blith, it was some other town or city in the UK. I'm completely screwing that up, but yeah, just like jokes like that have to do with locations or shows that are specific to the UK and might not be as well known here in the US. Like, a lot of those references go over my head. Like, the Snowman, the episode with the Snowman, where the Doctor does like the little puppet show. Like, apparently, that's a reference to a kid's show, I guess, in the UK. Completely went over my head. I thought it was funny. I thought it was cute, but the reference itself was completely lost on me. I just thought he was being silly. I think I missed a question up here. What will you think about Dark Water? Because you can see into the future. I think it will suck. I think it's going to be stupid, and it's going to suck. And it's going to be the worst reaction video ever. Nah, not really. Blith is the opposite of Carlisle. That's it. Yes. Thank you, Official Burke Music. Predictions for the finale. Ooh, Missy theories. We promise not to confirm or negate. My prediction / theory as far as Missy goes. I haven't done any more. Like, I said I was going to maybe mention a few other theories as they came up, but after I thought about it, none of those other theories that I came up with made sense. So the ones that I'm sticking with are the ones that I mentioned back in Deep Breath. I think it was Deep Breath. Yeah, but whenever it was, I voiced my 3 theories. That 1, Missy is an original character, and, you all are just trying to throw me off. 2, that it's an incarnation of River Song. Like, one that hasn't been seen before. Or possibly 3, that Missy is the Master. And of those 3, I think that I personally... Okay. So, again, I'm not going to look at the chat, but if I get any of these right, do not say so. Do not reveal who Missy is. But I think of all those, my personal best guess is that she is the Master. That's only because that's the one that I seem to have put the most thought into. Maybe that just means that I overthought it and it's completely inaccurate. But that's the one that, for me, seemingly makes the most sense. And again, I could be completely wrong, but I guess I'll find out in the 2 finale episodes. So yeah, there is my theories, my standing theories. They remain true. Okay. So, see if I missed any questions. Excuse me. Wish I had done a track of the episode from the beginning because series 1, 2, 3, 4 has some breathtaking tracks. I know, Tom. I wish I had done those too, but just at the time I didn't see it was something that was really seemed important, at least at the time. But looking back, I was just like, yeah, like those could have done with some track mentions, but it wasn't something until much later, obviously. So I do apologize for that. The Old Punch and Judy puppet show, maybe. Yes, that's the old Punch and Judy. Yeah, that little thing. That's a reference that I just didn't get. She's Harriet Jones, Prime Minister. That would be cool, but I doubt that. You missed the option that she might be a character from the original series. That's true. That's true. I guess that's another theory, but I don't know. For some reason, I feel like maybe this is mean to say, but part of me feels like Moffat isn't creative enough to go that direction. And I'm not hating on Moffat in that way, but it's just at times, especially with how busy and confusing things can get for him writing both Sherlock and Doctor Who, or being the head writer of both, I don't know, it's just kind of like, it seems like his imagination doesn't always reach out as far as it could. So, I mean, it definitely could be someone from the original series, but part of me just doesn't feel like that's likely. Yeah. So there you go. Missy's handles. Am I a James Bond fan, and am I looking forward to Spectre? I am a James Bond fan, and I am looking forward to that, actually. I found the last James Bond movie to be really good. Skyfall? Yeah, Skyfall. That was a really good one. I even enjoyed what's it called? Quantum of Solace. It wasn't the best James Bond movie, but it was different, and I liked it in that way. And yeah, I like that one. So it's like, I'm a fan of James Bond, not like a diehard. Like, I haven't watched all of the old James Bond films, but the ones that I have seen, mostly the more recent ones, and then also like some of the Sean Connery ones, I've really enjoyed personally. He's not the most progressive character, I guess you would say, at least not traditionally, but overall it's just like a fan of action films and, spy stuff in general. I definitely do enjoy it. And also, one of my favorite games of all time is GoldenEye 64, so there's that. And no, the graphics don't hold up today. Let's see if I missed any others. Oh, let's see. If you could be in Doctor Who, would you be a monster or a friend of the Doctor? I would hopefully be a friend of the Doctor. There's definitely some monsters that would be interesting to be, or at least like, kind of an antagonist or something like that. But overall, I would definitely say I would prefer to be a friend of the Doctor. Yeah, that one's a pretty easy question. Question: is your family who was in the last reaction going to be there for the last 2 episodes? No, they will not. They live back in New Hampshire. That's Jill's family, actually. They are back in New Hampshire, which is quite a ways from me, so they will not be back for the reaction, and may not be back for any reactions for quite a while, but hopefully they will possibly join in for future episodes. who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Let's see. Missy is Rose. Right. Bo. Missy's Miss Elizabeth wrestling come back to life. Shots fired. Hey, Hoodie Skull Chris, how's it going? I really like the rueful fate of Donna Noble. Oh, Donna! Donna's my favorite companion ever, period. So, yeah. Oh no, I think I skipped ahead too far. So he doesn't have the imagination to dust off an old character. I'm not saying that exactly, but I don't know, it just seems like, especially if he's trying to expand things in the American market, it would almost kind of make more sense to stick to characters that have appeared in the new series. Again, could be way off base, but it just seems that way to me. Like, again, could be completely wrong, and if I am wrong, I will be the first to admit it, but that's just the way it seems to me. Quantum and Die Another Day. Yeah, Die Another Day was not very good at all. But I don't know. I found Quantum enjoyable in just different ways. Like, it was. I found it to be a good action film, but maybe not the best Bond film, if that makes any sense. Mischievous policeman from another child. What are you gonna do once you catch up with Doctor Who? Are you gonna do no. I swear I hate this chat. I think I completely missed. What am I going to do once I catch up with Doctor Who? Going to do reviews for each episode, watch some live on TV. What about Series 9 reaction? A bit confused. Okay, with the Series 9 stuff, unfortunately, I may do occasional live reactions. Like, I'll most likely do a live reaction for the finale episode or finale episodes for Series 9. And maybe for the first episode. We'll have to wait and see. But the thing that works against that is that there's not really any video for me to insert into the live reaction video that I'll be putting up. So it'll be going back to sort of the old style of just me watching. I don't know if people really enjoy that or not. But, I mean, if enough people enjoy that, I might... I'll do those live reactions and just, not include the episode's video. But if I do them, I would like to be able to feature, like, again, just in the corner, a small segment of the video so you can tell where in the episode I am. As for... I am going to do reviews for each episode. Unfortunately, I won't be able, most likely, to do them live, watch them live when they're on TV, because my wife and I have basic cable now. We have Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that. So streaming services, but which, with Hulu, the episode will come out a day later. But as for watching it live, like on BBC America, we don't get that channel anymore, unfortunately. So, yeah, it's kind of out of luck there. So I will be coming out with the reviews, but they'll be just a little bit delayed compared to, I'm sure, some of the bigger names as far as reviewers and reactors go. Hasn't liked all decisions by Moff. Definitely feel he can be creative. Day of the Doctor ending for one. Okay, yeah, I think saying he doesn't have the imagination for it is the wrong way to put it. I just, yeah, I'm dumb. Sorry. Let's see here. Scrolling back down. Please do a reaction to Series 9 trailers. Yeah, most likely I'm going to have time to, so I'll do a reaction to the second Series 9 trailer, because that one seems to be the one that is most reaction-worthy. As far as the first and the third, I heard people were just kind of like... With the first one, people were like, eh. And then with the third one, it seems like a lot of people were saying, it doesn't show us anything new. So, or maybe even that it's spoilery. So, yeah, it's like, I'll definitely do one for the second trailer. As far as others go, I'll have to wait and see what people say. Like, if people really, really want me to, sure. Remember what the policeman said when Missy appeared. Oh my god. Or no, wait, that was when he figured out he was dead. Yeah. Do you have any story ideas for a Doctor Who episode if you had a chance to write one? If so, what is it? Ooh, that's a question that I can't really just think of right off the top of my head. So, I tell you what, Zach. After this live stream has finished and the video is re-uploaded, and it maintains all of the comments from then on, repose that question, because I may, I'm going to try and do something special, like when I present the winners of the giveaways, I'm going to try and throw in some extra things, like, some of my top favorites of the show at that point, and this and that. So, yeah, again, when this live stream is over and the comments are, they stay consistent, pose that question again so that I can see it and I can write it down. And I will definitely think about that so I can give you a good answer. Oh no, I missed it again. Oh man. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm missing anyone's question. If I haven't, I'm going to get to another one, and if I missed yours, feel free to ask it again, because the chat here is just really wonky. How about you stay an episode behind on Series 9? So, for example, you would have watched Episode 1, and we would have watched Episode 2. Lifetime would tell you if it is reaction-worthy. I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to... once I get caught up, I want to try and stay caught up, if at all possible. Because with a lot of episodes, I think I may stick to a plan of, like, if a certain episode, like, right in the middle, or if there's going to be a mid-season finale, supposed to be really big, I might do a reaction for that. But otherwise, it's like the first episode or episodes, if it's a two-parter, and then the final episode or episodes of a series, those will be the ones I react to overall. Otherwise, they'll be reviews. I know some people really prefer reactions, but for me, I'm more of a review guy. And a lot of other people are doing reactions as well. So I know that probably bothers some people, but for me, it really works more to do mostly reviews, because that's just the way it works for me more. And I don't always have a real reaction. And anyway, moving on. Okay, I think the old style reactions, we can usually tell where you are due to the audio. That's true, Asim. Good point. So yeah, if I do the reactions and I don't have any video available to put in the corner, I'll just upload them regularly. So hopefully everyone's okay with that. Looking forward to discussing things without us having more knowledge than you. Yeah, that'll be awesome! It'll be so awesome to finally be caught up with this show and be able to discuss things, just about the same time. Just do reviews, it's fine. Yeah, thank you, Tom. That's definitely what I'm going to be doing the majority of. It's clear that people do enjoy reactions, so I will be doing some of those. But I can't do reactions for all of them. I'll just leave it that way. Or even most of them. Only some. Like the reviews more than reactions most of the time. Thank you, Carlos. Series 9 is made up of 4 two-parters. Wow, that's a lot of two-parters. 1 pair of connected episodes and 2 single episodes. Oh my god! The final episodes are going to be a 3-parter? That's insane! That's what I heard too. Sometimes it's hard to recall details from a show you might not have seen for a few years. That's definitely true. There's a lot of shows that I really, really love, like Firefly. Like, I haven't watched Firefly, man, I'd say at this point probably in about 2 or 3 years. But I love the show, so whenever I go back to it, like, I'm probably going to I might see things that I didn't notice before, or they might be things I noticed before and just forgot. So, that'll be fun. Very much off topic, so I apologize. Anyone else have some more questions for me to answer? Again, it's like, we still have quite a bit of time. I'd say about 15 more minutes before I'll end the stream, so feel free to ask any more questions you might have. I choose not to remember most of Sylvester McCoy. Oh, poor Sylvester. I know some people that I think Sylvester is actually their favorite, or at least seem to be based on some of the cosplay that I saw at the Doctor Who convention. People dressed up as Sylvester McCoy. It's almost like they are really trying to make up for the lack of two-parters for the last couple of years. I will say this, if they're doing that to make up for the lack of two-parters, I think it's a good idea, especially if it gives them room to allow storylines to breathe more, because there were so many episodes, especially some during Matt Smith's era, that the story was good, but it didn't feel complete. Like, if they had an extra episode to really flesh it out, it could have been so much better. So hopefully that's what's going to result from what's coming up. Hey, Hoovian305, welcome. Excuse me. Sorry, my throat's a bit dry, and all I have right now is coffee, unfortunately. So, yeah. Brown coat or not. Brown coat! Hell yeah! He annoyed me, and he never bopped Ace with the umbrella. Don't know who Ace is. Do you have a plan on how I will be watching and discovering Game of Thrones? Okay. With Game of Thrones, it's going to be something experimental, and not everyone may like it, but it's something that I'm going to do so I can get caught up with the show. But it's going to be the first show where I have a little segment I'm going to call the 6-episode slump. And it's where the first episode of Discovering Game of Thrones is going to be basically a 6-part, or the first episode is going to be me covering my thoughts on the first 6 episodes and whether or not I feel like it grasped me. And then, or maybe, actually, since each season of Game of Thrones is 10 episodes long, maybe I'll make it a 5-episode slump. And then I'm going to cut each season into 2 halves. And I'll cover the episodes that way. They'll be a bit longer, admittedly, but I feel like that's the best way for me to catch up with the show and really get to enjoy it. And it'll leave a lot of room for discussion because there will most likely be a lot of areas to cover. Now, if there are any episodes in particular that catch my eye more than others, like something where a really big event happens, like whatever this Red Wedding was, I kind of got some spoilers on that, but it's like, when I watch that, that'll probably most likely be an episode by itself. But yeah, for the most part, as I'm catching up, I'll probably cut the seasons into either 2 halves or thirds. We'll have to see how that goes. Again, that may not be something that's enjoyed by everyone, but it's the best way for me to get caught up with the show so that I can start watching, when the new series does start up. Which I'll be able to, because we actually do get HBO through our cable service, thankfully. Excuse me. Let's see. Ken, are you going to give the 8th Doctor movie a watch review? Yes, I am. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I might do it either before I do the classic era, or maybe like at some point in the middle of doing the classic era. But I will definitely be watching and reviewing the Doctor Who movie with Paul McGann. Oh no, I skipped it again. Oh no. See, for PapaKen Plays, are you planning any more Castlevania runs? Not gonna lie, it's my favorite game series. I definitely am. I might, just for fun, play a little bit of the first game and the third one. I don't expect to even come close to beating those. because I've never been good at the regular Nintendo Castlevania games. I love them, but they are so friggin' hard and way beyond my level of gaming. But yeah, I definitely will play those. And then there's also other games that I would love to play. Like, I would love to revisit Symphony of the Night, which is definitely one of my absolute favorite Castlevania games of all time, along with Castlevania 4. And then some of the Game Boy Advance games as well. And so yeah, you can definitely expect to see more Castlevania games in the future. No two-parters. Lemonhead, episode 1 of Firefly actually bored my wife as well, which is why I feel like it. She didn't really get into it as much. I'm going to try and see if I can get her to watch more of the show, like maybe give episode 2 or 3 a try, but, you know, I watched through the show and then watched Serenity, and it's just one of my favorite series of all time. I understand if people don't like it, but for me, it's one of my favorites. Okay, I don't know if I asked you this or not, but what is your favorite side character this season? Rusty is mine. My favorite side character... I would have to say Rusty. Rusty was really cool. I still need to see that extra scene that was apparently deleted, where Rusty goes in and like blows everything, blows the Dalek ships up. But I don't know. Maybe that would kind of ruin it, especially if, you know, they cut it out. Maybe they intend for Rusty to come back someday. Obviously, we don't know whether or not that's going to happen, but I think it would be kind of cool. Seb, yeah, other people have mentioned Seb. Apparently that's the guy that was sitting down with a security guard that got killed. Don't know who he is or why people love him so much yet, but I assume I'm going to find out in the next few episodes. Yes, Firefly does have a river that is truly awesome. Come on. I apologize for the slowness, everyone. Again, it's just this... The chat window is really annoying to try and navigate. So Ken, what is something we don't know that I'm a fan of? Musical theater, an obscure film, an obscure play, an obscure video game, a toy series. My Little Pony. My Little Pony is not... I'm not in the My Little Pony fandom. What would be one that... Well... I'll name off a few things. One movie series that I really like, and not a lot of people like it for obvious reasons, but I consider myself a big fan of the Resident Evil movies. I would definitely call it a guilty pleasure because they aren't that good. But I love them, and they're a lot of fun, and they have a badass heroine in all of the movies, so... Yeah, I really like those. What's some others? I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of musical theater, but I will say this. Sweeney Todd, when done live, is amazing. I saw the movie with Johnny Depp, and it was okay, but I saw a live performance when I was in college, years ago. God, I'm old. But I saw a live performance, and it was amazing. Like, the live musical performance of Sweeney Todd was just so well done. And then comparing it to the movie was nowhere near as good. I mean, the characters did their roles well, but the live performance was just absolutely amazing. So yeah, to that regard, I'm a fan of musical theater to an extent. I am a fan of Supernatural. My wife is more so, but I am a fan of Supernatural. I don't know that I can really do a Discovering series on it. Maybe. We'll see, because I think there's actually some episodes that I haven't seen yet, but if that happens, it'll be down the line. Yeah. If I want, I could provide a list of the WTF big episodes that you would look out for in Game of Thrones. Oh, I thought that was a question. I read it wrong. Sure, Tom. Yeah, send that to me and let me know. I will provide my email address, and everyone please don't spam my email address. But if you want to send that list to me, well, I won't write down, but just send it to PapaKennMedia@gmail.com. You know, same name as the channel name. Super Hulock. Let's see, an obscure film. I'm trying to think. There's definitely some video games that I've played that, you know, I really love, but not everyone may. Give me just a second. I'm going to look through my library just to see what I have. That would be one. And be right back. Hey, buddy. I love you too. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here we go. Are there any book fandoms that I'm a part of? Unfortunately, I'm not in a lot of book fandoms because I have been lazy and don't read a lot of books. I'm a fan of the Harry Potter movies for sure, and I read the first Harry Potter book recently. Need to start the second one soon. But I would personally say that I definitely have the potential to be a Harry Potter fan when it comes to the books. Percy Jackson I haven't read yet, and I haven't actually seen the movies yet. But where is it? Where is it? Maybe I have it. Ah, here we are. One book series that I want to get into. I need to get the other books so far, but I got this book from the author at C2E2, a con expo in Chicago a few years ago. And I really liked it. It's called Order of the Seers. And it was really interesting. I really liked it a lot. I might do a review for this at some point. I'll need to skim back through certain parts to... Hey, baby. Everyone say hi to Midna. Hi! But yeah, I would consider myself a fan of this series so far and potential to be a Harry Potter fan. Send Gravity Falls fanfic. No. Although I am going to be watching Gravity Falls at some point. Do I watch House MD? I have watched that. I watched it with Jill. I haven't seen all of the episodes. It's one of those shows where I've seen a large portion of them, but she watched through more when I wasn't at home all the time. But I do love that show. It's really good, and I do think Hugh Laurie would make an amazing Doctor. Hey, buddy. I'm going to move the camera down real quick so you all can see Charlie. Say hi to everyone, Charlie. That's my good boy. That's my good boy. Sorry if I'm giving anyone motion sickness. Are we good? Okay, good. Oh yeah, private message me on YouTube or Twitter, whichever one works for you. Okay, I think that's the last of them, but I don't know of any exactly obscure video games that I'm into. I mean, there may be some that I have that are obscure and I just don't realize it. But, sorry, I kind of threw the camera off balance there. But I brought out some of the ones that may not be as well known, but they're some of my personal favorites from childhood, I guess you would say. So yeah, the first of which is a game on the old school Nintendo, and it's called, I'm probably mispronouncing the name, Astyanax. I always called it Astyanax when I was growing up, but obviously that's not exactly right, but Astyanax. And it's a really hard game, but a lot of fun. I remember just playing over and over again with friends of mine, or well, with one particular friend of mine when we were growing up, and I remember beating this game when I was young, and I was so happy. The game itself is okay. It's really hard, and the difficulty ramps up majorly over time. But so the music for this game is some of the best on the NES, in my opinion. I mean, some people might find it a bit repetitive, but I personally think that this has some of the best video game music on the NES, especially at the time it came out. So yeah. Now, let me see if I missed any other questions. Oh, materials a lot. Shadow Hearts. That's an RPG, right? I think that's right. I love RPGs, so that one would definitely probably be up my alley, and I've heard about it, so I might give that a look sometime. Let me... There we go. Oh. Okay, so... some other games, and again, these are ones I don't know if they're technically obscure or not, but these are parts 1 and 2 of apparently a 3-part series. Soul Blazer, one of the first action RPGs I ever played, and then Illusion of Gaia, which is sort of it's a spiritual sequel to Soul Blazer. And then there was a third one, which I think is called Terraria, or something like that, but it didn't come out in the US. It only came out in PAL territories, I think. So, yeah, unfortunately I can't play that one. But growing up, like, again, these are my two of my very first, or this one was my very first action RPG experience, and this one was one that came later, both of which are great games. And it was also kind of cool that the main character's name in Illusion of Gaia, his name is Will. My name. So... yeah, there you go. So those are two Super Nintendo games that I really like. Let's see, I have a few others that I consider kind of obscure. This is an obscure one. I think I accidentally grabbed it. But SimCity's a fun game, too, on the Super Nintendo. Here we go. Probably two of my favorite action RPGs of all time. One of them especially, but the first one being Secret of Mana. Like that's probably my favorite action RPG of all time. And by action RPG, I mean... it's not one like Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger where, you have the specific battles or time-based battles, like, you take turns. It's just like, live action. So yeah, The Secret of Mana is one of my all-time absolute favorites. And then one that was like, it's like Secret of Mana, but developed by a team here in the US apparently. It's called Secret of Evermore. The gameplay is very similar to Secret of Mana, but you play as a boy and his dog. And depending on where you go, or the different places you are, the dog takes on different forms. Like, you're in a prehistoric area, and the dog is like this big prehistoric form of itself. Like, it's gigantic and has big fangs and stuff. Very cool. And then you go to like this, almost like... would it be medieval or maybe like a Renaissance area-ish area? And the dog turns into a poodle, which, on one hand doesn't seem very threatening, but on the other hand, by that point, the dog is causing a lot of damage, so it's kind of cool. So yeah, I'd say Secret of Evermore is probably the more obscure of the two of those. And then finally, one of my favorite games on the PlayStation, Legend of Legaia. It's another RPG. It's a turn-based battle system. that just really changed it up from the usual way that I was used to on games like Final Fantasy, which Final Fantasy is one of my all-time favorite RPG series, but just Legend of Legai, it's really cool and a lot of fun. I sold it stupidly in college because I needed money, but I got a new copy recently, so I'm very, very happy about that. Let's see what I missed here. Okay, some more questions. Have I watched Over the Garden Wall? I have not watched that show, but it's another one that different people, including Amanda Flagg, reblog pictures of and animated GIFs on Tumblr, and it definitely catches my eye. It seems interesting, and I don't know, that's one that may get a Discovering series as well. It's hard to say at this point, but I mean, I haven't watched it yet, but I most likely will. PS2, watched Over the Garden Wall. Oh, just talking about Death in Heaven. All I can think of now is Pirates of Dark Water. Thanks, guys. I loved that cartoon growing up. I'm so mad that it got canceled like halfway through the show, or maybe it wasn't even that far. But I loved that show growing up. Absolutely loved it. With emulators, I can play anything. That is true. That is true. But, well, I may resort to that at some point. It all depends on whether or not I can find a copy of the third game in the Soul Blazer series, Terraria, or whatever. Terranigma. That's what it's called. Terranigma. If I can find a copy, even if it's PAL and I can't play it on my systems, as long as I own it, I would consider that justification that I could play it on an emulator and I wouldn't feel as guilty about it. Now, I have other stipulations as far as that goes, but that'll happen like in the future as far as Papa Ken Plays videos go. Just remember from intro movie, especially The Secret Garden. Haven't read that. And I skipped a bunch of stuff again. Secret of Mama. Chrono Trigger. That Chrono Trigger is one of my all-time favorite RPGs, without a doubt. Video games! Hell yes. Ah, Golden Axe. Such a good game. Such a hard game. Such a very hard game that I'm not very good at, but such a good game. I have not played the Stanley Parable yet. I do own it on Steam now, though, so I might do a video on it, or maybe a short series of videos on it for fun. But I've heard so many good things. I've seen a few videos as to how it works, but yeah, I haven't played through it myself yet. Definitely looking forward to that. Anything interesting about my childhood or life, or something interesting that I have done that I don't know that I'm willing to disclose to you all. This is another one that I would need time to really think about. Well, I guess this is fairly interesting. Oh, excuse me. Feel free again, though, to pose this question after the live stream has gone public, or after the live stream is over, so I can, think of possibly more things to say about it in the future. But one thing interesting about my life, and I don't know if I've been slipping in or out of it or not as far as accent goes, but I am originally born and raised in Kentucky. And for those of you in the UK, this may sound really weird, but the town I grew up in is called London, Kentucky. But again, it's like, you meet some people from Kentucky, you expect them to have a southern drawl. For the most part, I don't. I don't know how I've managed to do that, but let me put it this way, and those of you in the US will get this more than others, I'm sure, but both of my parents were born and raised in West Virginia, a very, very southern speaking area. I lived the first 21, possibly 22 years of my life in Kentucky. And for the most part, I was around a lot of people that spoke very southernly, shall we say. And again, like, a little bit of southern accent comes out every now and then. Certain words I say sound a bit more southern than others at times. But for the most part, I don't really have a southern accent. So yeah, I found that interesting. It was actually something I was worried about when I moved to, the DC area, but Virginia several years ago, because, around there, people, it's a big city. People talk in all kinds of different accents, and the southern accent, unfortunately, sounds a bit, it makes people assume you're dumb in most cases. So yeah, I managed to not have much of a southern accent, which, I don't know, I find interesting. You all may not find that too interesting, but it is for me. I'll try and think more on that and come up with anything really interesting for in the future, like when I'm announcing the winners. So yes, will I ever watch Breaking Bad again? Yes, I will. I will watch that again sometime. It's just at the time that I was trying to do it, it just got too overwhelming trying to do those two shows at once, especially trying to be consistent with Doctor Who. So it'll probably be a little while before I get back to Breaking Bad, but I will be revisiting it sometime fairly soon. I can promise that. Mostly because I've heard so many good things about the show, especially as it goes on past the first season. So, hey Eric, Blurry Phoenix, how you doing, buddy? Have I watched Walking Dead? I have seen the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead. I have not seen the others. I do plan on getting back into it. I will most likely, when I do get back into it, I will most likely do it in a way that is very similar to how I'm planning on doing Game of Thrones right now, which is I will cover chunks of each season while I catch up. And then when I do get caught up, when new episodes come out, I will do reviews of it as well. And I will admit, I'm not a huge fan of the TV show, but I absolutely love the Walking Dead comics. So, yeah, that's kind of most of my attraction to it. PS1 games, I highly recommend Thousand Arms, Azure Dreams, Vandal Hearts, Lunar, and Legend of Dragoon. I've heard of Lunar and Legend of Dragoon. I don't know about the other ones, though. So that should be interesting. Send me those on Twitter or, in a YouTube message just to remind me of those. I'll have to look those up. Would I like a female doctor? To be completely honest, yeah. I think it would be really cool. And it would depend entirely on, who would be playing the doctor. But all things considered, I mean, and this is the same reason why I think it's possible for the Misty to be or for the Master to be Missy. It's because the Corsair was noted as being a woman from time to time. So why couldn't the Doctor be? Why couldn't the Master be? So yeah, if the Doctor ever does, is portrayed by a woman, I'm totally behind that. I think it could be really cool. You're still thinking of playing the Doctor Who adventure games? Yes, I am. I am definitely planning on playing those. They are in my Steam library. I just haven't started playing them yet because I have a lot of games to play. I'll confess something about Chrono Trigger. I only recently, a few years ago, learned that you could get an ending by losing to Lavos. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. They have so many different endings in that game. I doubt I will never see all the endings without doing like a YouTube video, but I do like trying to see which different ones I can get, especially in New Game Plus, because with New Game Plus you can just blow through that game. Yeah, America does have a lot of your town names. Who's going to tea? Go to the cinema. Enchanter New. It has been fun. See you later, Lemonhead. Thank you for joining. you only spoke Spanish when you were a kid. That's cool. That's very cool. Do you still speak Spanish? Spanish. The funny thing is, I actually my grandmother, biological grandmother, is Spanish or Mexican, but I didn't learn any Spanish when I was growing up. So I'm part Mexican, but I only know like a few choice words in Spanish, which is really sad. I do want to change that sometime, though. I would love to learn Spanish. If I get a P.O. box, probably gift you a copy of The Secret Garden. It's a must read. That would be awesome. Yeah, absolutely. That would be really cool. Not feel like the Doctor in all relationships, like the Doctor and Rose, feel a little off when rewatching. You see, I disagree. I think that if it's still the Doctor. It's like when we have any different incarnation of the Doctor. It's like, whether or not you like or dislike any of the classic Doctors, whether or not you like any of the new Doctors, like Capaldi or Matt Smith or any of them. It's like they're all different incarnations, they're all different personalities, but they're still the Doctor. And it would still be the same if the Doctor's portrayed by a woman. It's still the Doctor. It's just a different personality. It's a different person. So I don't feel that should take away from how you perceive any of the old episodes at all, or any of the previous incarnations. Again, that's just my view, but that's personally how I feel. Doctor Who and the Curse of Fatal Death, a spoof made by Moffat from before New Who. I will write that down. That sounds really interesting. Doctor Who and the Curse of Fatal Death. Thank you for that suggestion, Mr. Evers. Thank you. Get the broom closet ending yet. The broom closet ending is my favorite. Oh, actually, that is one of the endings I saw in a video before, was the broom ending closet, or the broom closet ending. That was so funny. But I did make sure I didn't watch more than maybe just a couple of them, so I don't ruin the whole game for myself. Because there's definitely a whole lot of different directions it could go. Whether they make good iconic female characters. I love Missy and all the female characters that are iconic in their own way. I do speak Spanish, not as fluently as I would like. I'd also love to learn Japanese. Yeah, Japanese would be another really cool one. That would be amazing. Just for me, I feel like, especially living in the U.S., I feel like learning Spanish would be the most beneficial for me at this point, because there's so many people that speak English. It's like, one of my really good friends in Chicago, his family speaks, he is Mexican, and a lot of his family, it's like, a lot of them speak English, but then certain ones is like they only know a few English words, and it would be amazing to be able to communicate with them more freely. I don't know whether I'll ever get to that point or not, but yeah, Spanish is definitely number one. Other ones like Japanese, I think, would be a cool follow-up, possibly Italian as well, because I'm part Italian. But yeah, there you go. I feel like the BBC would lose a lot of viewers, and I doubt the show can afford that. They might lose some viewers if they got a female doctor, or a woman doctor, but I feel like they would possibly gain even more. There's some people that would be completely against it, but I don't feel like that would be the majority of the fandom, and they would probably gain so many more new fans with the fact that the show would be taking a risk like that, because it definitely would be risky. But I honestly don't think that it would cause a major issue with the show. If anything, it would only expand on it, possibly make it better. Oh, you're in Chicago. You're in Chicago. Well, that's awesome, Ishikawa. I'm sorry I keep pausing when I start to say your name. It's my brain isn't processing very quickly. Curse of the Fatal Death. Definitely gonna check that out. Character name the Veliard. There have been some people that have mentioned that. There have been some people in the comments that have mentioned that. I'm interested to see what that's like when it comes around, but yeah, I do find that definitely interesting. And plus, again, it would play along with the, you know, if that's meant to be a future incarnation of the Doctor, then... Oh, no, wait, it was a... Was it a guy? I'm sorry. I think I mixed up what you were saying with something else I was thinking in my mind. But yeah, I have heard of the Valyard, whatever his name is. So yes. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Thomas. So that was something that has already been told to me. When the show's been out for as long as it has, especially when it comes to classic Who era stuff, I would like to avoid as many spoilers as possible, but I definitely don't expect to be able to avoid them all. Then how can the Doctor be married to River Song or be Susan's grandfather? Well, can be married to River Song because I think women should be able to get married to women, and guys should be able to be married to guys. In fact, based on River Song's personality, I think she would really enjoy that. But yeah, for me, a female Doctor would work just fine, personally speaking. B2 risky with BBC to put their biggest source of income on the line just for the sake of... Honestly, I still think they're going to do it. Even Moffat has hinted at the fact that there might be a female Doctor coming up. Some people may not like it. Some people may be very against it at first, but the quality, the quality of the character will, hopefully determine whether or not people like that. And that's the thing. It's like, if you come to not like a show, it should be because the way the show is happening, like the stories just aren't working for you anymore. It shouldn't so much be a change in the character changes, especially in a show like Doctor Who, where there have been so many drastic changes. It's like, if a female incarnation of the Doctor acts the same or very similar to a previous male incarnation to the Doctor, then at that point you're really just against it because it's a woman, which for me, I personally just don't agree with. Okay, any more questions here? As a support for the non-spoiler argument, the Great Intelligence mentioned the Doctor becoming the Valyard in the name of the Doctor. That's true. That is true. Yes. The writer in Doctor Who. Yeah, I really do think Moffat should focus more on just one of the shows instead of both of them. It definitely leads to stress on his part and can lead to issues. It's like, I haven't seen the interview, but I know I've read part of a transcript where he basically admits that for a lot of the portion of Doctor Who, he was just making stuff up, and it was stuff that had to do with the core story, which is worrisome, to say the least. Yeah, I would agree. I'm not sure if I'd want Moffat to write that character either. If the Doctor does eventually reincarnate or regenerate into a woman. So that the Queen can't be played by a man, so I doubt he would ever support a gender change in Time Lord biology. Maybe. I don't know. I'm open to it, but I understand that other people aren't. But, I don't know, I'm interested to see if that happens and what happens if it does. Have I ever seen any of the videos on John Smith's channel? That name is very familiar, but I don't think I've seen any of his videos. I'll write that name down so I can be sure to check it out in case I haven't. Videos. Okay. Have I seen any of the Hillywood parodies? I have. as far as I know, there's only one Doctor Who related one, and it has a lot to do with Tennant's era. And that one was really enjoyable. The song didn't catch me that much just because that particular song, I can't remember what musical it's originally from. Is it... maybe it's Rocky Horror Picture Show? And this may be blasphemy to some people, but I actually haven't seen Rocky Horror Picture Show yet. I really want to. I'd love to see a live performance of it someday, but yeah, I haven't seen that yet. But yes, I have seen some of the Hillywood parodies, and probably, honestly, my favorite one so far would have to be the Supernatural parody. That one was a lot of fun, and the fact that they got all of those people from the show to appear in the video, including the guys that play Sam and Dean, was just awesome. It was so cool. Who would you guys like to see as a head writer after Moffat? Personally, oh Lord, I'm forgetting his name. Jamie something. The guy that wrote Mummy on the Orient Express and Flatline. Like, it felt like to me he really grasped this good balance of elements of, from what people said, classic Who, new Who, and new Who. And he wrote the characters really well. The characters were written so well in those 2 episodes. And I would really like to see him become head writer or even co-head writer of the series moving forward, whenever Moffat leaves. I'm sorry, Hazzy. I am going to watch it at some point. I just haven't yet. Clear to TARDIS. Yes, it was. Okay, everyone, I have time. Again, if I've missed your question, I apologize, but I have time for one more question because this has been going on for about 2 hours now. Oh my god. Okay, so way over the time I originally said. So, all right. Any last questions that are hopefully ones that I can answer very quickly? But again, if you have any questions you would like a little bit, me to go a little bit more in depth on, after this video, the live stream is over and it's just a video on YouTube. Feel free to leave those questions in addition to your giveaway entries on the in the comments, just not in the live stream because I won't be able to read them afterward, unfortunately. Okay, so here. What was the better romance, the Doctor and Rose or the Doctor and River? I'll come back to that. Will I watch the Sarah Jane Adventures? Yes. Yes, I will be. Have a good day, or a good night, whatever time it is your time, but thank you for joining. Okay. Overall, I would have to say, as far as emotional attachment goes, for me personally, I think that the Doctor and Rose was a better romance, but the Doctor and River was definitely more intense. And overall, I kind of like River a bit more than Rose, but I'll put more thought into that in the future. At this rate, Clara is becoming the longest-serving companion in New Who. Do you think she deserves this many seasons when companions like Donna deserve more than one? I completely agree that companions like Donna deserve more than one. I would have to say that I think Clara is at a decent rate. Like, if you only consider when she became an official companion, not just when she made appearances beforehand, I feel like it's kind of evening out with Rose's tenure on the show. So yeah, I think it's about right. And I honestly, personally do like Clara. So I don't think she's overstaying her welcome, but I think that it is definitely time for a new companion to come along. But yes, definitely Donna should have been on longer. Watch the Sarah Jane Adventures after Doctor Who. It will be coming after Doctor Who, but not immediately after. I'm going to be doing some other shows, and then I'm going to be doing different Doctor Who media like Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures here or there, just to kind of keep things mixed up and not just concentrate on one thing the whole time. I know not everyone loves Rose. I honestly have enjoyed all of the companions to a degree. I will come up with some sort of ranking after I catch up, but yeah, I liked Rose. Your 500th subscriber, by the way. Thank you, Flash. Thank you for being the 500th subscriber, and thank you for joining along for the Discovering Doctor Who journey. Is a good one in my opinion, but we've not seen enough from him yet. I do agree, Johnny Silk, that we haven't seen enough from him yet, but in those 2 episodes, I feel like he just did a great job. That there's definitely the potential there for him to be a great head writer. Now, whether or not that will continue in the long run, I don't know, but just on first impression, that's how I feel. Try Torchwood if I can. Doctor Who's PG-13. Oh, I'll definitely be watching Torchwood. Don't worry about that. It will be happening. Would I like the next companion to be male like Captain Jack? I think it would be interesting to have a male companion like Captain Jack. Yeah, I think it would definitely be interesting. I don't know if some people wouldn't find it as interesting because a lot of people prefer the Doctor to have a female companion, but I definitely think it would be interesting. It could be a lot of fun. They changed Capaldi's eyes to Clara's in the Flatline intro. I didn't. I will have to go back and watch that. All right, Eric, have a good time. Have fun on your Twitch stream, man. Have a good weekend. Forward to more reviews and reactions. Kat totally stole the show. She always does. Midna always steals the show. Thank you very much for coming on, Bobby. Rose is better than Clara. Oh. I agree. I think we do need some more male companions. It's always interesting to see that dynamics with the Doctor and the male companions. I like all of them, to be honest, but it would be nice to see, you know, a few more just to see what kind of stories they could come up with. It's mainly for kids and teens. Doctor Who is for teens, adults, and Torchwood is for adults. I agree. That's that's a really cool way that they set it up, and I'm going to be watching all of them to a degree, or at some point. So yeah. Never changed no eye in the Flatline episode. Oh. Ishikawa, are you messing with me? Hi, Midna. Ah. Hey, Martha is awesome. I personally think she is underrated. There were some elements of her era in the show that I didn't completely care for, but I definitely enjoyed Martha. I definitely think she's underappreciated overall. All right. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for the questions that you've posed. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you all will enter into the giveaway. Again, if you have any questions, send me a private message on Twitter or on Facebook, or leave them down in the comments down below for this after it gets re-uploaded to YouTube. But yeah, I definitely look forward to seeing this channel continue to grow, possibly. I look forward to seeing what you all think of the artists and which ones you might want to win something from. But yeah, it's been over 2 hours now, and I'm going to have to go. One last answer to a question for Whovian305. Do I think they may kill off Clara in the next season? I don't know whether or not they'll kill her off, but I do think she will be gone after season 9 or during season 9. But, alright, everyone, have a great rest of your weekend. Again, thank you so much for joining me for this stream. It has been amazing. Sorry if I missed any of your questions, but I will do my best, as always, to answer any others you might have in the future. And until next time, everyone, I'm Papa Ken, and this isn't going to work at all, because I'm not going to be able to end the stream when I do this. Alonzi! Alright, everyone, again, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you later.